Cheevo, guys!
Warning, do not attempt to do anything you see in this video without a turbo controller or your fingers might fall off or spontaneously explode. What up, guys? This is
Cheevo, guys!
back here again with another achievement guide. Today we're going to be focusing on the Mosaic. This game was developed by Killbrite Studios and it was published by Raw Fury. This game has 28 achievements or trophies and offers 1000 gamer score or a platinum trophy on PlayStation. This is a side-scrolling puzzle platformer. I felt the art style was very similar to the game Inside. The game at full price is $19.99. With that being said, I gotta say, if you're only in it for the achievements or trophies, I probably wouldn't buy this game at full price. I'd probably just wait until it's on sale. I also do not recommend going for these achievements or trophies unless you have a turbo controller. You will understand why I'm recommending these things shortly. Now, this is because all of the achievements and trophies are linked to a mini game within this game that you play on your cell phone. So when the game starts, you want to press interact, and then that's going to press your alarm clock. You're gonna wake up, you're gonna sit out of your bed, and really from that instant, we can go ahead and press Y to pull up our cell phone. But first, we gotta pick the cell phone up. So pick your cell phone up. That initially is going to turn on your phone, press alarm clock off, and we're going to have a few different options. We want to go down to apps, and you're going to have the Blip Blop app. All of the achievements and trophies are related to this Blip Blop app. Now, the way the game works is we simply need to collect as many blips as we can. To get one blip, you need to press the A button, and that's basically the way that this game works. We need to keep pressing the A button over and over and over again, eventually until we get 1 trillion blips. Now, luckily, we don't actually have to press this button 1 trillion times. Eventually, you can press the icon below the blip button and you can buy upgrades and multipliers. But even with those multipliers, it is going to take, personally, it took me about 15 to 20 hours to get this full completion, the 10 prestiges and the 1 trillion blips. Now, in the beginning, the game does have some odd gamer score. So if you're not a fan of odd gamer score, once you start it, you're definitely going to want to finish it. That way you can get your even 1000 gamer score at the end. But yeah, as long as you're focused on getting the 1 trillion blips and the 10 prestiges, pretty much all of the other achievements are going to follow. Now, as you can see, my blip counter is going really fast, and that is because I am using a turbo controller. As I tried to warn you in the beginning of this video, I absolutely do not recommend attempting this completion without one. Now, if you're looking for a good turbo controller, I'm going to be dropping a video recommending about 4 different solutions for turbo controller on Xbox. We do have a few different options. However, by default, the Xbox actually does not allow the turbo feature. So this is why you do not see regular turbo controllers on the shelf like with the 360. But luckily, there are some workarounds, so I'll be dropping that video soon. I just need to verify this 4th turbo solution to make sure that it works. Now, there are a bunch of achievements and trophies related to upgrading. So you want to make sure that you just upgrade all 3 categories. That is the multiplier, the auto blip, and the speed level of the auto blip. But just make sure that you upgrade all of those categories to get all of the achievements related to those. But after you're done upgrading the auto blip and the speed level, I really wouldn't touch that one at that point. You just want to upgrade the multiplier. This is important because this gives us the most blips. So any type of money or blips that you spend, you want to make sure to spend them on the multiplier. Now, we don't really need to do this until we've prestiged 10 times, because once you end up leveling up to level 100, you can see that on the upper left hand of your cell phone, you end up being able to prestige. Now, to be able to do that, you got to click on the star on the upper left hand of your phone, and it will let you press a prestige button. At that point, it's going to wipe all of your blips and it's going to start all of your upgrades back at 0. Now, once you're making enough money or quote-unquote blips, you're going to end up paying for some pretty expensive upgrades. You end up getting an achievement for spending 100,000 within 1 minute. This is definitely going to come naturally because at the end of the game, some of the upgrades cost in the millions. Now, we get achievements for collecting 100 blops, 1,000 blops, 10,000 blops, 1 million blops, 1 billion blops, and then finally 1 trillion blops. We also get achievements for reaching level 2, level 5, level 10, level 25, level 50, level 75, and then at level 100, you're going to prestige for the first time. Now, once you get your multiplier upgraded enough, we're going to end up unlocking an achievement for collecting over 100,000 blops in under 1 minute. And as I mentioned before, once you finally reach level 100, you can see what level you're at on the upper left-hand side of the cell phone. You can go ahead and click that glowing star. It's going to pop up a little menu. It's going to tell you how many blops you have gathered. And then if you are level 100, you are going to have a prestige button. You can press that button to prestige. This is going to reset your level back to 0. You're going to lose all of your upgrades, and we're going to have to start from scratch. Now, there are achievements related to prestiging for your first time, your 5th time, and then finally the 10th time. Your achievement or trophy for prestiging for your 10th time is probably going to be the second to last achievement that you get. That's going to unlock the achievement Prestigelicious for 200 gamer score. Next, I want to talk about the possibility of your upgrades freezing. So as you can see on my screen, I can't upgrade even though I have enough blops to upgrade. This actually happened twice to me while I was playing, and both times had that floating rectangle right above my blip count. So the last thing you want to do is go press start and then exit back to the main menu, because we haven't gotten anywhere and we haven't happened to save our game quite yet. So if you exited right now, you would start from scratch and you'd have to start all over in terms of going for your 1 trillion blips. So real quick, I want to take a minute on how to get to the next checkpoint. So you need to walk into the restroom, you need to go interact with the mirror. After that, you need to exit your room. You're going to walk over to the left-hand side. You're going to see an open window. You need to walk up to the window. This is going to trigger a trippy little cutscene. After that cutscene, it's going to take about 20, maybe 30 seconds for that trippy cutscene to finish. But once it's finished, you're going to end up back at the window. All we need to do is walk over to the right-hand side. Keep walking down that hallway. There's going to be an elevator at the end of the hallway. However, it is not going to let us walk over there until we have checked all of the text messages in our phone. So make sure to pull up your phone and make sure that you have checked all of your text messages. After you've checked all of your text messages, it will let you progress and go into the elevator. Now, once we enter the elevator, it's going to trigger our first save point. You're going to see saving in the lower right hand corner of the screen, and at this point we can go ahead and press start. We're going to exit back to the main menu, and this will enable us to fix our phone so it's not glitched, and we can go ahead and continue where we were at with our multiplier. So at this point, if we happen to quit our game, or if you need to quit your game and you're done grinding it for the day, make sure that you get all the way to the elevator to save your game, because when you quit, it doesn't have a save and quit feature. It has basically quit and lose your progress. Besides that, after you've prestiged for the 10th time, as I mentioned before, you just want to work on upgrading your multiplier. As you can see, towards the end of the game, I got all the way to a 3.3 million per blip. Once you have this type of multiplier, you're going to end up hitting 1 trillion blips pretty quickly. Overall, this took me about 15 hours to get the full 1000 gamer score. I did use a turbo controller, so I just had the turbo controller going the whole time. Wasn't really playing the game, just checking on it here and there to make sure that I prestiged every time that I was at level 100. Other than that, you're going to unlock your last achievement after you hit the 1 trillion blips. That achievement is going to be worth 200 gamer score, called Too Many Zeros. As always, I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment and don't forget to like and subscribe.